Have you ever thought that the events happening in this world actually follow a repeating pattern? This concept is known as the 100-year cycle theory, which states that all events on Earth follow a consistent pattern and repeat every century. One of the pieces of evidence often cited is the pattern of major pandemics, from the Great Plague of Marseille in 1720, the cholera pandemic in 1820, the peak of the Spanish flu in 1920, to the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. A similar pattern is also linked to economic crises, such as the resemblance between the Great Depression of 1929 to 1930 and the global economic shock that occurred in 2020. Although it is often considered a conspiracy theory, this concept is closely related to an established sociological theory known as the fourth turning theory. This theory was first introduced by William Strauss and Neil Howe in their book Generations in 1991, and it became more popular through their follow-up book in 1997. The core idea of this theory is that history does not move in a linear or straight path, but rather in cycles or circular patterns that last around 80 to 100 years, known as a saeculum. Within one full cycle, there are 4 phases that occur in succession. The first phase is a period of recovery and rebuilding after a major crisis, such as the post-World War II era from 1946 to 1964. Next comes the second phase, where society begins to focus on individual freedom and new values, as seen in the rise of social movements and the hippie movement from 1964 to 1984. In the third phase, trust in institutions begins to weaken, individualism strengthens, and society becomes increasingly fragmented, as seen during the period from 1984 to 2008. The final and most crucial phase is the fourth turning, a period in which the old order collapses and is replaced by a new system. During this period, major events such as economic crises, wars, or pandemics typically occur, ultimately bringing society together to start a new chapter. According to this theory, the peak of the current crisis phase is predicted to occur around 2030, following a sequence of events that began with the global financial crisis, continued with the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, and extends to the conditions we are experiencing today in 2026.